At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Ranked #1 in innovation for 10 consecutive years and #2 among public universities for employability, ASU isn't just ahead of the curve, it's creating new paths to success. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online, that's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Hey, what's up? It's either before or after the new year, and Joey Bradfisch tested positive for COVID-19. And
yeah,
how are you, Joey? You made it all the way through the year, and then this happened.
I know, and I really haven't even done anything the past few weeks, so that's just great that I was able to contract the coronavirus without doing anything outside or fun.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how I got it.
You went to work, then you went to Christmas, and then that's it.
No, I actually didn't go to Christmas because I had coronavirus.
No shit. So you missed. I didn't know you. Okay, well, let's get into it. I don't have the JJRBTS introduction again, so
That's okay.
I'll just roll through with the How to Become a Terrible Person intro.
Okay.
Caitlin
and grants are not medical or mental health professionals. How to Become a Terrible Person is for entertainment purposes only. Standard data and message rates apply to messages. Damn it, have some common sense, people.
Hey, what's up, and welcome to It's Not How to Become a Terrible Person, starring Joey Bradfisch today. Joey.
Hey.
Dude. So we made a lot of light out of the coronavirus when this whole thing started.
We did, didn't we?
And now it's 10 months later, and you have the COVID-19.
I do. I have the COVID-19, and I want to give a special shout out to your voice guy, Rob Hunter, that opened the podcast here because he reached out to me, asked how I was doing.
Yeah, he said, "Hey, I heard your boy's sick. If you need any help on the John J and Rich show, just let me know." No, actually, it's funny because I think he's the nicest person ever.
I know.
Which he's a tough news guy. You don't expect that.
It just sucks when people are that nice because you're not that nice.
So, Joey, break it down. When and where? How did when did you know? Or when were you like, oh fuck, I think I have COVID-19?
I'll give you the whole thing. Here. So Christmas Eve, I went into the studio to run the show. Nobody was there. Went home after the show, took a nap, and got ready for Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, I was going to have my mother-in-law and her husband and Chanel's sister and her boyfriend, and that was it. We were going to have some steaks and celebrate Christmas Eve together, and we did.
Ooh, what cut of steak? This is important for the listener.
Come on, a filet.
Okay, very cool. A bone-in filet?
Yes.
Very cool. Okay, so you're all set for Filet City. And
Filet City.
Yeah.
We had the fillets and drank some wine, hung out, had a lot of fun, and I went to bed 9:30 or so. I had to get up again to run the show for John J and Rich Christmas Day, but I was doing it from home. And when I woke up, well, actually, halfway through the night, I started coughing quite a bit. And, when it gets cold this time of year, sometimes I'll get a cough. Maybe a little cold.
You make Chanel sleep with the window open, and it gets to be like
true.
45 degrees in your room. So
no,
it's a dry cough. Yeah, it could be anything.
It's between 62 and 66 in here every morning.
That's a great sleeping temperature, by the way. I don't
100%.
I just want to give props where props are due. I respect a cool sleeping temperature. So you wake up with a dry cough in the middle of the night, or was it wet? Were you like coughing shit up?
No, it was dry. It was definitely dry, and didn't think anything of it because I fell back asleep. But then I got up the next morning and I I felt like shit. Had the chills. I was completely weak, could barely get out of bed, still coughing like crazy. And not only that, it's 4:00 in the morning, so that certainly didn't help things. And when it's like when you don't get much sleep and it's really early, and you feel you might be sick, but then you're like, wait, no, I just didn't get enough sleep.
Honestly, those are my favorite days on the John Jay and Rich show, where I get like an hour and a half of sleep the night before, and then I am sweaty and nauseous the whole day, and I'm just that's like, to me, I feel like I'm operating on my highest cylinder when I'm just trying to get through this day, survive it. But I think it's a good bad feeling.
Well, I would normally agree with that. It sounds insane to most people, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like you feel like, I guess you feel like it's the Titanic and they're just shoveling coal in. You know what I mean? Like, it's it's over. I'm gonna die soon, but
you can't take your guard down ever, because you'll just fall.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but in this situation, I'm sitting at home by myself in the dark in front of a huge computer, just like watching the show.
Humble brag. Huge computer. Just Did you get like depressed too? Were you like, fuck?
Yeah. I got depressed because I was like, well, I had family over here last night, and people that were older, and what if I did have it and then they all contracted it? That's what was going through my tired, chilled, weak brain. So about 6:00, I text Chanel's mom and I said, hey, just want to let you know I'm not coming to Christmas today. And of course she calls me, and she's a nurse.
You're like, Chanel and I split up last night. I'm on my way to Reno.
I swear to God, I almost said something like that. And I'm like, no.
Probably not.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
If it was December 26th, maybe.
Game over. So So she's a nurse, and what did she say about? I mean, was she like, oh, don't sweat it, or come to Christmas?
She said, come to Christmas.
Oh wow.
So I was like, oh, I don't know, and she's like, well, just let me know how you feel in a couple hours, because we were supposed to go at like 10:30, and so show's over, and I'm still feeling just awful, and I'm like, Chanel gets up. And I'm like, listen, I'm sorry, I'm not going to Christmas. I feel like I might have gotten coronavirus. I don't know, but I haven't felt like this in a very long time. And I just don't want to chance anything. It's just not worth it to me. So you can go. That's fine. Whatever. I'll just chill at home. Bring me a plate. We're good.
Yeah.
And so her mom then calls me, and she said, I don't mind. I really want you here over for Christmas. I'll chance getting it if you have it. And I'm like, what? And she insisted I come over. So I did go over. Now, for people listening, I didn't hang out with anyone.
Yeah.
I sat in the backyard by myself.
Oh, wow.
And I sat there and ate breakfast, and then everybody was like, oh no, you can come inside. I'm like, no, this is not the case. And then she wanted me to stay and open presents, and I'm like, listen, this is no fun for me. This could get you guys sick. I don't know. I got to get out of here. So I'm going to go. Appreciate everything, but I got to go. And so I came home, and just I watched Straight Outta Compton because, it's Christmas.
Man. How do you, I mean, I remember us talking about that, but how did you feel about that movie? Especially now watching it again, like 4 years later?
Well, it's funny you say that, because I started watching it, and you remember when we were going to go see it, right?
Yes. My car, I ran out of gas on the highway. Yeah. And it turned into a real fun bit.
Yeah, it was a fun bit. That was me when I left there as if you were like dying.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I was maybe 2 minutes into the movie, and I just ran out of the theater, didn't ask for my money back or anything. I was like, what a fucking idiot. Why didn't I just ask for my money back?
And then we thought it'd be fun to like record a podcast on the side of the highway, and then all those people got mad at us for recording a podcast on the side of the highway.
I do not remember that.
Yeah, because we sat in my car we sat in your car. Something I can't remember. We were sitting in a car and we were just sitting there. We were like, we should record something, and then we got on Instagram Live, and everybody was like, "You're gonna die."
I do remember that now. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, sounds about right.
Cops came. It was a real treat. I was like, my friend JB's coming to save the day here, straight out of Gilbert. So
that's right.
I watched 2 great movies this week. I watched we're gonna get back to your COVID dilemma story, but I watched W.
It is a good movie,
starring Josh Brolin. Fantastic movie. Mm-hmm. And then I watched The Girl Next Door, Jack Ketchum's Girl Next Door, that movie I always tell you about the fucked up shit that happened to that girl in Indiana in the 50s. With all the boys on the street and the aunt that like was jealous of the girl.
What is that on?
It's on Amazon Prime right now.
Okay.
And
I've got time.
So I watch it every year because I'm just like, it's such a disturbing film. Like, it makes you feel a lot. Like, you're like, this is insane. I can't believe this happened. And so last night I watched it at like midnight, and I contacted the lead actress in it, and I was like, hey, I just want to say, this is a great film, and you were fantastic in it. And then I realized I saw like a couple scenes, and I was like, I watch it twice a year. It's so good. And then I saw some awful scenes with her, and I was like an hour later, I sent another message that was like, I should clarify, I don't think the movie's fun. But yeah, you should definitely watch that movie. It's hard to watch, but it is. It's like a made for TV movie if there were no rules on TV.
Okay.
Yeah, on Amazon Prime, The Girl Next Door. Jack Ketchum's. It's not the 2004 porn movie.
I was gonna say that's like one of my classics.
Yeah, it is a classic, but it's a totally different type of movie. not nearly as fun of a romp. So you ate breakfast alone in the yard. Did they like scoot the plate off on the patio? Did they do it like they do in jail movies, where they just like push it in? Or
they left it in the kitchen and I grabbed it. Yeah. Actually, are you able to get pictures right now?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah,
I'll send you a couple pictures of me eating alone.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but so far so good. Nobody has been feeling any symptoms or anything like that. So that's great.
You got a cute little plate there. It looks like some ham or bacon. Lots of bacon. They know Joey Bradfisch. A nice scramble. A big hearty piece of sausage. And then there's you with is that a mimosa?
Yeah, that's a mimosa.
Just yucking it up by yourself. So obviously Christmas, there's the presents element of it. So you're not sure if you have COVID, you're sitting outside, presents happen, and they're like, hey, come inside, and you're like, nah, I can't risk it. So what did you do with your presents? And
Chanel brought them home.
When
she came home, I opened them
privately.
And honestly,
that's the greatest.
I actually had this conversation with her mom a few weeks ago about opening presents in front of her because I hate it. Yeah. I hate opening presents in front of people. It drives me nuts.
Yeah, especially like it's one thing if it's like you and Chanel or me and Caitlin, or if I give you a present, it's like a different sort of thing. But if you're at Christmas or it's your birthday and everyone's around watching you open presents, it's just like it's the anxiety probably comes from you don't want to appear disappointed, or you don't want to give the wrong reaction or something to upset the person.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So you sat with your wife or alone in a room with your dog. Is Larry David, your dog, quarantined with you?
Yes, he is. He has been in because we'll get to that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So Chanel comes home, brings home the presents. I open the presents. Awesome. I'm in the middle of the Defiant Ones because I watched Straight Outta Compton, and I'm like, Jimmy Iovine. Yeah. It's a great documentary.
So what's the gift you got that distracted you from what you were doing? There had to have been one where you were like, "Fuck, this is kind of fun."
Well, what did I get?
Like a kind of new Rolex.
No. I got a bottle of Crown Royal. That was nice.
How is drinking while sick? Because that was my favorite when I was a drunk. My favorite thing in life was to be sick and be drunk because it's just like you feel great.
No, it's not. It hasn't been apparent with me, man.
That's awesome.
No, it's kind of a bummer because I mean, if you're here, you're stuck alone. You might as well have a cocktail. But no,
dude, hell yeah.
It's not fun, and I don't want to bury the lead, but I'm beginning to lose my taste. So that's
ooh shit.
I've lost my sense of smell as of today, and I got my test last Friday. Friday. So I'm just now losing taste or smell.
Do they say it's one of those things with like Christmas, you open presents, you're like, when did you get your COVID test?
Yeah, so I got a COVID test at 5 o'clock that night. My appointment was at 3:15, and I went to this urgent care, and they didn't get me in till 5 because it's Christmas Day, and there was only one doctor there. Which sitting in the waiting room was awful because the chairs are spread 6 feet apart because of CDC guidelines, and there are signs all over stating this. And there was this one woman there who kept getting up, kept going outside, kept asking the front desk person, "Hey, can I go outside? I need to get some sun." And so she'd go, and he'd be like, "Yeah, okay." She did this like 4 times, and I'm over here coughing, just hating my life, and then I'm just hating her as well because she was just annoying. And
need
then
some vitamin D.
Right. And then she goes to, there was a stack of chairs, and she goes to pull one out, and she sees the front desk guy that's like, "Okay, what are you doing?" She's like, "Hey, oh yeah, I'm gonna move this over here if that's okay." And then I look over to my right, and there's a chair 6 feet away from me, and the words were coming out of my mouth as to say, "Oh, well, you can sit here if you want to." And as I'm doing that, she's like, "Yeah, because I don't want to sit next to him because he won't stop coughing. I don't want to get what he has." I'm like, you fucking bitch. What the like you have to call me out? Like I'm not already having a bad enough day.
Wait, older, middle, like 40s?
Middle age, 40s.
Okay. Yeah. So I know the type. I would have probably.
They called her back.
Yeah.
They called her back to the office, and her name was Karen.
Oh, that's like, amazing, dude.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's true.
I mean, urban legends don't just appear, or you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, yeah. Okay, so you had a real life encounter with a Karen in the waiting room. You get called back, and I saw your post on Instagram. You were like, "This nasal test is no fucking joke."
No, it's not, dude.
You looked like you were about to cry.
I was crying. That's what I was trying to. That's what I was trying to show people. Like it fucked me up. I was shocked.
They like tickle your brain, right? Like they
do.
They get deep. They go deep, brother.
Yeah, and he's like, some people say this feels like when you jump into a pool and you get chlorine up your nose. And I was like, yeah, it's nothing like that. It's much worse. And not even close to what you're talking about. But now before that, though, that same night, the same Christmas night I got the test, one of my friends who is a nurse, he just texted me Merry Christmas, and he's had the coronavirus. And I said, "Hey, Merry Christmas, just wanted to let you know. I got to sit, we're in the same club now, bud, I think." And he's like, "Why didn't you call me?" I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, "I can give you a test right now. I can give you an instant test." And I was like, "Oh, shit, on my way over." So I go over there. He gives me 2 instant tests. And there's always a lot of speculation about, the instant tests don't really work. You should do the PCR, which is what I did, the tickle your brain one.
Yeah.
But, some people have seen positive results on the instant, and, it works out for them. I tell you, I did 2 of the instant tests, and I was like, ironclad negative with showing symptoms. And then I obviously came back positive with this PCR test, which I got back on Monday. And it's
The 28th.
Correct. I actually did get it back the next day, like late at night.
Oh,
but
cool.
I didn't get notified until Monday, which I screwed up. I don't know how I screwed up, but at the doctor's office, I gave them Chanel's number as the number to contact. So on Monday, she got a robocall stating that she has been infected with coronavirus.
That's amazing.
Here's what happened. So I got the test Friday. Saturday, I felt awful. And then Sunday, I woke up and I was still feeling kind of crappy. But like when I say awful, this was 102-degree temperature, chills, weak, coughing, sniffles, stuffed up, like the whole thing. Never had any breathing issues. I have muscle aches right now, but I had a lot more then. But Sunday, it was I was feeling pretty good, and so I was optimistic that I didn't have it. I thought it was just like one of those really bad colds that goes or flu that goes away pretty quick.
Yeah. Because you're like, it is flu season.
Right.
Did you have any like diarrhea or anything?
No.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I would have loved that
I mean,
actually.
Just on top of everything. Oh, that'd be a nightmare. Wow.
Yeah. So Sunday happens, and I feel like I'm at the finish line here, right? And it was a big day. Packers are playing a big game, Sunday Night Football. So
who'd they play on Sunday?
The Titans. Titans.
Omaha Titans.
Crushed them.
Did your boy get a lot of playing time?
Yeah. He played the whole game.
The whole game?
The whole game.
Did he have any incredible passes that I'm going to watch in a year and a half on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll be sending them to you.
Awesome. So you watch the game. I saw the pictures of you sadly sitting by yourself with Larry David, which led me to the question, who took those pictures? Was that a timer situation?
So Chanel was not really distancing herself from me from Friday until Monday.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm like, I feel great. I don't have it. And then I had those 2 negative instant tests. So we both thought, well, you're fine. You're good.
Yeah.
And then Monday, when I actually got the results, she literally sent me to my room and said, don't come out because, it's official now. And I was like, well, we just hung out for like 3 days straight. Like,
yeah, you got it.
I get it. But she's getting a test today, but she's not showing any symptoms yet. So
you should just
hoping for the best.
You should just go in there when she's asleep and just cough right into
Spit in her mouth.
Yeah, her mouth's open. You're just like, oh yeah, you think you're above this. Boom. So that's okay. The game, you did it feel as good, the Packers winning, even with the coronavirus? Were you like satisfied?
Oh no, it felt great, and here's why, Grant. We were talking about the whole drinking thing earlier.
Yeah.
I drank all day in anticipation for this game, which I
the
shouldn't have done. I think that set me back a couple of days with the coronavirus. So
you were also a little hungover, or dehydrated at least. Probably not hungover because you drank all day.
Yeah, I was okay Monday morning. I mean, not great, not 100%, but getting that diagnosis of being positive when all weekend I thought I was negative. Like, coronavirus, it's not just having coronavirus, it's all of the implications that it has on your life. Because after I tested positive, we canceled 2 photo booth events because we had photo booth events in the next week, and we're the only 2 that work for the company.
Yeah.
We both cannot risk that and then work. I had to file a claim with corporate. I had to talk to Steve, our I don't even know his title, but he's the main guy. Yeah. He's the main guy in our building about how we're going to do things going forward. Our show's supposed to go back. It's Wednesday, the following Monday on January 4th.
January 4th.
Which I don't think I'm going to be a part of because I if I'm still showing symptoms, it won't be 10 days after I got tested.
Oh yeah.
There are just so many factors that you have to, and then people that you have been around. Like Christmas Eve, luckily nobody was in the building, but did they? Would they spray the studio down? You know, that just all that little shit you don't think about.
Right.
With something like this, it sucks. It's a lot. I have an idea of where I contracted it, which I don't want to say.
Sure.
We can talk about it later. But yeah. Other than that, I don't. You know, just living normal life. But I do know it's, especially where we're at, it's like 10,000 a day right now that are contracting the virus. So
I mean, statistically, it seems like it's just a matter of time.
Right.
Like,
and I thought the fact that no one on our show, that nobody directly with me hadn't got it sooner, I don't know how that happened.
wow. I'm just taking it all in because like you're the first person that I'm like conversationally friendly with that has had coronavirus. So I'm trying to figure out all the things I want to know because I'm sure, I mean, I'm going to get it sooner or later. I mean,
yeah, at some point you will.
And that's not pessimism. I think that's just like a numbers thing. So, does it do anything that you weren't, I mean, have you had any symptoms that you weren't expecting? Has anything like, I mean, aches and pains, everybody says that. Does everything work the same way on your body? Are you able to maintain a healthy erection as well?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay, cool.
I'm in my room alone. Like,
yeah,
it's,
dude, the cave. I get
we've
it.
had
You're like, that works.
we've had a lot of alone time.
There ain't nothing broken, brother. Woo.
me and my little guy.
That's right. So that's good. So your penis works.
Yeah, my penis does work.
And is it difficult? Like there was that breath test thing that we all did in February. Remember? You take like a big, or you breathe out for 10 seconds. Can you do that?
Oh yeah, I haven't had, other than, I mean, coughing, I haven't had any lung issues. In fact, when I first got tested, they put a stethoscope on my lungs and they said my lungs sounded great and my oxygen levels were great. And yeah, I haven't had any issues breathing, luckily, which is, a huge thing with COVID-19. So, luckily I haven't had to deal with that. But I, like at this point, my head is just, I feel like I have a shitty cold, like head cold right now. And then I lost my sense of smell as of today.
Wow. So how did you notice you didn't have a sense of smell? Because I'm sure that's something I've thought about. Like, obviously you kind of know when you lose your taste, but when you lose your smell, when did you realize like, oh shit, I don't smell this? What was it you didn't smell?
Well, I've kind of been testing it every day because I've been very fortunate in that I hadn't lost my taste or smell because I said, listen, I can only sit here and watch TV and eat, which that's the only fun thing I can do. If I'm not able to taste food, and I love food.
Yeah.
So if I'm not able to do that, that's going to really, really fuck things up for me. So I've kind of been testing both smell and taste every day. And today I just tested it and I was like, oh shit. I took a shower right before this and I put like my shampoo like right in my nose and I couldn't smell anything. But I could still taste, but I feel like it's going to go away.
Wow.
I hope not, but
God.
But it's just so weird. Like there are certain people that don't lose taste or smell. And then I have a friend who doesn't have any symptoms whatsoever, except he lost taste and smell.
Wow.
It just varies from person to person. And the fact that I got the symptom almost a week after I tested positive is just fucking weird.
Yeah, I'm going to swing by. I'm going to bring you a Taco Bell later. Actually,
I did have... Dude, I did not have that grilled
yeah, they
cheese
took
burrito.
it off the fucking menu, dude.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I went there last night because I gave you the recommendation. I was like, dude, I talked to Joey and I said some I gave a really nice compliment of the burrito construction, and it's really too dirty to say out loud, but I love
It made me LOL.
I love that thing. And then I went there and I like panicked because it was like 10 o'clock last night. And I was like, I don't see it on the menu. And they had the fries. And I was like, oh shit, they brought the fries back. So we lost the grilled cheese burrito, but we got the delicious fries back. What did you have when you went the other night?
I had a Crunchwrap Supreme. That's always on the order. Crunchwrap, and then I had a cheesy gordita crunch and Doritos Locos Taco Supreme.
You know the thing that bothers me lately about all like Mexican restaurants is it's the fact that the lettuce just tastes bad to me. Every place I go where it's like shredded lettuce or whatever, it's so tastes like lettuce and dirt. I'm just like, nah. You know?
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
I know what you're saying. It's like, it's almost like sometimes it's too watery, even like because it's like shredded iceberg lettuce. So it's they probably wash and don't dry it good enough, and then the water seeps into the meal, and it's just kind of bleh, I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
but
I just don't. It's like, so I get like a Big Mac without lettuce, and I think.
I can't now. See, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, see, I think it just makes it. I wish they just covered it in that special sauce, and those onions. JB, Big Mackin' with JB. That's
good stuff.
So okay, I'm gonna try and call someone, but I can't.
I need. There's someone we need to call, just so you know, at some point.
Who? Oh shit!
We'll get to it.
There's no way this person answers. There's no way. Hi. Oh my gosh! Can you hear me? Can you hear me? She can hear me, but this is the problem that Joey and I are recording a podcast, and we wanted to call you and say hello, and I can see you. Joey doesn't know who I'm calling. I
can't.
Yeah, so this just fell to shit. This whole thing's a fucking disaster.
I'm kind of bummed.
Yeah. So anyway, well, I hope you're having a happy Christmas break and New Year, and I get to see you tomorrow. We're gonna spend the morning together. So anyway, have a great time. It looks like
Delaney.
It looks like she's getting ready to go out. She's getting her makeup.
She better not be.
She's wow, she is done up. She's got the bronzer and let me see her eyebrows. Clean eyebrows. Are you still out of town? Yeah, she just put the phone down to do her makeup. So anyway, Delaney Ahern, everybody, follow her on Instagram at Pomo and Kitsch. All right, well, see you tomorrow, Delaney. Have a great time, and I'll see you bright and early. Bye. Yeah, that was Delaney, not Delaney. Joey, sorry about that.
But I would also like to talk about another fast food establishment that we both like, and there is something that's been going on with this certain establishment that I had no idea. So the other night, the night I got Taco Bell, I was going to get. I had planned to get Panda Express instead.
Yes.
So Chanel is ordering Panda Express on Postmates, and like I was just gonna get one of those bowls.
Yeah.
Some orange chicken, half rice, half chow mein.
Because then you mix it up. You get a little bit of rice on the sticky parts of the chicken. It's a treat. Yeah.
And I wanted some crab rangoon. And Chanel said they're out of crab rangoon. I said, bullshit. How are they out of crab rangoon? And so sure enough, I go to Postmates. That location's out of crab rangoon. I go to their website. I was like, well, maybe it's just Postmates. I go to their website to order. Crab rangoon isn't even an option.
Whoa, dude.
And then I posted this on Instagram. The amount of feedback I got from this. People in Texas, people in Oregon. Apparently, crab rangoon is just not anywhere anymore. And I have no idea why. There's no way they would take it off the menu. Why would they?
You know what? We were texting while this was happening.
Yes.
And you said, I can't believe they don't have the crab rangoon by my house. And I live right next to a Panda. And I literally, I was like, I'm going to go get crab rangoon and drop it off, give it to Joey on his doorstep. And then I stood up and I was like, that's right. I took a huge edible. And I was like, I can't drive anywhere. I can't do anything.
And then I just went on living my life.
Yeah, but it was one of those things where I literally, before I stood up, I had the best intentions. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make this happen for JB. I'm gonna Christmas wish this guy. And it couldn't legally come to fruition. So I was like, well. So
totally okay.
So everybody in the United States is saying, "What's the deal with crab rangoon right now?"
Yes, and I feel like I need to find out.
I'm looking up right now if there's a shortage of like ingredients. Panda Express has downsized its menu in response to the coronavirus pandemic. The chain announced they are simplifying their menu by only offering their most popular entrees and appetizers in order to make it easier for the restaurant employees. Let's see what it says here.
Well, that includes crab rangoon. Come on.
Okay, here, in addition, customers can still gorge. Okay, I'm trying to do that thing where I'm reading for radio, so I'm just skimming. The accompanying sides still on the table: fried rice, white rice, chow mein, and super greens. As far as appetizers, feel free to continue noshing on chicken egg rolls, veggie egg rolls, and cream cheese rangoon. So yeah, the crab rangoon did not make the pandemic cut. It's not the most popular side item, JB.
Okay, well, I'm calling corporate right now. 626. And
it must be crab's just expensive.
Is it? It's imitation crab though, isn't it?
It might. Well, okay. So let's. This is like. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not fucking around, Grace.
I love it.
This has been bothering me for days.
2021 Joey. Be friendly. Be nice. Friendly Joey Bradfisch. Where's the crab rangoon, brother?
Wait, 799. Oh, I called the wrong number. Hang on.
You're good.
I feel like I'm dyslexic with coronavirus.
Maybe that's a symptom they don't know about.
Please enter the first 3 characters of your party's name.
Hold on. I'll look for the president. President of Panda. You should leave a message for him.
Will be answered in the order it was.
Andrew Chang.
Wait, hang on. Mr. Panda.
Sure.
Hang on. I think I got something. I would like to issue a complaint.
Let me go ahead and transfer you over to guest care so we can assist you with that. One moment.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling.
Can you hear all this, Grant?
I can.
Please press
Okay,
1.
good.
If you're a Panda associate, please press 2.
This is intense.
Yeah. I wish I was.
Your call may be recorded for quality assurance.
I hope it is.
Please remain on the line.
I hate doing this. You remember it? It's like my most uncomfortable. Because I never know.
Thank you for calling Panda Restaurant Group. This is my hand. May I assist you?
Hi there. I have a general question about the restaurant across the country, specifically the menu, because I've been looking to order some crab rangoon, and I noticed that's not on the menu anymore. Is that going to come back?
Good question.
Yes, but now we do have a shortage of the crab rangoons. That may be why they have took it off the menu.
What is the
shortage
of, if you don't
cheese?
mind me? Yeah, is it crab, cream cheese, or
The whole thing. The shipment, we're not getting a shipment in because they don't have it at the warehouse. So that's why we just simply took it off so that the guests wouldn't, so like then we don't have it available and we have to process a refund. So I'm not sure when they will come back, when we will have some more, of this.
Say God bless when you get off the phone.
I don't have the questions for that. Answers for that.
do you eat it, Panda?
Yes.
Do you like the crab rangoon?
I never tried it.
Really?
It's so good.
Oh my gosh! I have to tell you, I have coronavirus right now, and all I wanted was some crab rangoon and some orange chicken, and it just didn't happen the other night. I was really bummed out. I just wanted to figure out what was going on.
Yes, sir. I do apologize for that, but I'm not sure when we will have a shipment in for it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate all your help and everything you're doing, and just have a blessed day, okay?
Yes, sir. You do the same, okay?
All right, bye-bye. Man, she was all business, wasn't she?
No bullshit. I feel like, okay, here's what I think is happening. I think there must be something in the crab rangoon ingredient that maybe it's like it's needed in production for the vaccine, so that maybe that's why there's a shortage. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe. And
Can you imagine a syringe full of cream cheese going into your body?
Cream cheese and like imitation, like the D-level crab meat. Like that
Gets
would be
stuck in your veins.
But then all of a sudden you're like, I do feel better. Like this is crazy. Wow, you really got to the bottom of that. Zooey, and it was great though.
Yeah,
we're gonna send her a T-shirt. We're gonna send her a John G. and Rich T-shirt. Thank her for.
I send her a box of crab rangoon.
Yeah, man, try this
so she can live.
So yeah.
Chanel just texted me.
What's up? What's up with her?
I cannot believe that you're calling Pan Express corporate. Chanel, you stay on your side of the house.
That's fucked up. She's eavesdropping. Does she have? Are you wired up? Is this like Old Boy? Are you like locked in a room? You're just gonna get jacked. Because oh my god, in that movie, all they feed them are like crab dumplings. Did you ever see that movie?
I know of the movie.
The Korean version is awesome. The Spike Lee version is still cool, but it's just totally different than the Korean one. You'd love it. So a couple updates from the previous episode. We called Suzette and we did a contest where we said we'd give a PlayStation 1 to a 6-year-old named Tommy. And, yeah, Suzette shit the bed, man.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't want her to not enjoy her Christmas, but I mean, that would be a giant reason that I wouldn't enjoy my Christmas if I ruined Tommy's.
I mean,
like that.
He was devastated. The people were like, we heard Tommy crying in the background, and we were like, you know, this is devastating.
Did he get that edible arrangement we sent?
No, actually, I had it redirected to my house. So, do you want to hear something? Did I tell you? Okay, this is a very BTS thing. But I have a cat named Awesome. We've talked about Awesome a ton, and it was weird circumstances how I got her, and she's an interesting cat. Whatever. So the other day I signed up for the Petco app to get rewards. You know, I already have the telephone number thing, but I just decided to get the app, and they ask questions about the pet you're buying for, right?
Mm-hmm.
So asked for Awesome's birthday, and it was 2 days after Christmas, and I needed to get food, so I was like, well, shit, I'll go look at her vaccination papers. And I never really looked at that before because we always celebrate our birthdays on the same day, January 17th. Mm-hmm. And I opened the paperwork, and I'm a little stoned because it's, early in the morning and it's a day off, so I'm just like chilling. And it says December 27th, 2013 is her birthday. And I look over and I'm like, happy birthday, sweetheart. Oh my God, this is amazing. And I call my mom like probably 10, 15 minutes later. And I said, hey, today is Awesome's biological birthday. December 27th, 2013. Or, was her birthday. Yeah. She goes, do you want to know something crazy? And I was like, I guess. Sure, Mom. Go ahead. She said, the day you left Indiana for Arizona was December 27th, 2013.
What?
Isn't that fucking crazy? So
that's like full circle.
That's like kismet. Like we belong together. Shit,
Totally. Absolutely. You guys celebrate on the same day, you said?
Yeah, January 17th is.
What's that look like? Is that like a romantic dinner, like a Red Robin?
Well, I mean, so here's why we do it this way. because I like to celebrate birthdays. I love other people's birthdays. I don't really care about mine. Like if nobody celebrates my birthday, it's, whatever. It's just okay. But I always like, getting people presents and stuff. So it's just a nice reason for me to enjoy a birthday on my birthday. You see what I'm saying?
That's fair.
So I get her like little treats and presents, and we do like a whole thing. And it's just,
Okay.
it's like 5 minutes. It's not like all day.
I mean, wouldn't shock me if it was all day.
Hey, Joey, did you know that we have we've got a sponsor today? Have you? Did you know about this?
Is it laser tag?
No. It should be though. Actually, we've been working on this for a while, and we are proud to present. Hold on, I'm pulling up the copy. It's kind of
sorry. I haven't dealt with the sales department in a while, so I don't know
dude.
what you have.
So today's How to Become a Terrible Person /JJRBTS podcast is actually brought to you by Chinese Restaurant and Bar, located on Nevada, in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Where they do sell crab rangoon.
Yeah, there is not a shortage there.
Yeah,
Let me actually
exactly.
I should probably
because they're not
double check
cowards.
that. We should check. I mean, this is like prime time endorsement here. So restaurant.com restaurant, yes. Let's see what they have. That would be under starters, correct?
Yes,
They've got chips and salsa. They got Tammy's pickled vegetables. This doesn't sound like a Chinese restaurant at all. Sesame tofu cilantro salad. Oh, this is like a fusion restaurant.
They have something for everybody, and and I don't know what you've worked out, but I will
unless you're
only
looking
be paid.
They have something for everyone unless you're looking for crab rangoon, because that's not on the menu. They do
what
have
the fuck.
Yeah, dude. Actually, you know what? I'm dumping. We don't. Nope.
We're dumping.
Yeah,
them.
we
I have standards.
Yeah, dude. We're big time. Shout out to Restaurant Bar and Grill though in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I don't think there's any crossover of potential listeners or patrons, so we're fine.
There's a lot going on in that name.
Yeah, right. And it that's the thing is, did we talk about this or did Caitlin and I talk about this? Where if you're a restaurant, pick a lane and stay there, right?
100%.
Like your spot, Topo.
Mm-hmm.
That is burritos and
ice cream and elote. That's it.
That's it. That's it. And it's
Mm-hmm.
they don't convolute their menu with all this shit that no one really wants. Like you don't cater to everybody. Cater to people who like your restaurant, right?
100%. Yeah, the In-N-Out model. I'm not even a huge fan of In-N-Out, the actual place.
Yeah.
It's good. I think it's overrated, but their model is great because they do certain things great, and that's what's on the menu, and that's it.
I'm not going to lie to you. We talk about this movie all the time, and it always gets me excited, and I always think about what we're talking about. The founder, when Ray Kroc comes in, and he's like, "Hey, let's do this," and they're like, "We don't do that." And then, that idea that a restaurant like Fazoli's needs to have fried rice or something like that. It's like, no, it doesn't. It's bullshit.
Yeah, because McDonald's for a while they were like pumping out salads so they could get, because that was when like healthier, fast casual places were starting to become popular, and it's like, no, you do shitty burgers.
Yeah,
you do good fries.
Yeah,
and that's it.
I go to McDonald's for like a Big Mac and like the nuggets. I don't need a Caesar salad shaker. But there are exceptions to that rule, though. I think, like Chili's, Applebee's, Red Robin. Those places are the shit. Denny's has everything on the menu. You can get spaghetti, pot roast, Santa Fe skillet.
Boy, you really know that menu,
dude. I am a Denny's apologist / prophet. I think I am all about that place. Caitlin didn't go there for 2 years, and then she went.
Yeah,
and I talked her into it, and she was like, I got sick there one time, and then we had breakfast, and we were the only two people in the restaurant, fast service, and the food was incredible, and she was like, this place is great. I'm like, yeah. You just like wrote it off because you like to eat in nice places. But also, like, I don't know. What's like a 2-person dinner date in like Illinois now? Or you know what I mean? Like what is it in the middle of the country? Like how much is dinner for 2 people? 30,
I mean
$30, $40?
I mean, where are you going?
I mean like
what like a nice dinner?
Yeah, like middle of the road. Because I know like there's parts here where you're just like, God, I am just paying entirely too much for it's like ambiance. Like if you go to like Old Town Scottsdale.
Right. But I mean, like in the Midwest, if you're going on a date night, you're in the Midwest, so there are a million steakhouses.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be,
well,
30,
I guess,
40
like,
bucks.
What's they say like the cost of like real estate in the middle of the country is like so much cheaper. Like why? Because that's where I want to live. Is like the middle of the country. You know what I mean? Like seasons.
Where'd you hear that?
Everybody's like, I can go buy a house. And, like my parents bought like 34 acres in Alabama for like a nickel.
oh no, you're saying saying it's cheaper.
Yeah, like here it's really like inordinately expensive because people are moving out of California to Arizona, I feel like now.
Oh, 100%. And everybody's moving out of the Midwest to here as well. So
because of the weather. Man.
Right.
Dude, honestly, man, if I get like I think my dream scenario here is like a 2-3 car garage, but only 2 cars, and then the third garage is for a snowblower, a ride-on 0-turn radius mower, like some weed whackers, shit like that, and then I want to experience the seasons. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I want to get dumped on with snow again. Like that was so fun. Remember those days?
Yes, of course I do. It was fantastic.
What did you drive? You drove like a LeBaron though. Right?
No, I drove a Chevy Cavalier.
That's right. Was that a back wheel drive? Front wheel.
Front wheel.
So you didn't.
So we would go to when there'd be a fresh snow.
Yeah.
We'd do reverse donuts because they would only work because it was front wheel drive. So you'd have to do it in reverse. And
what does that feel like? Is that just crazy?
It's amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's different because I drove a pickup truck with back wheel drive in the winter, and that was
it's still fun,
terrifying. Like, because remember you have to put like 800 pounds of shit in the back of your truck so you're not just sliding everywhere.
Yeah,
I want to get chains for Arizona. I just want to rip up the highway. Well, Joey, Mr. Coronavirus, I hope you feel better, dude. I hope you don't die. I don't think you're to that point, right?
No, I'll be fine in a few days.
Like I'm not making light of that. I just genuinely there's like weird things, I just don't. You hear somebody has coronavirus or you hear something like that and you think like, well, ultimately I hope they're not sick. But then when they get sick, you're like, well, I hope you make it through, man. Because you hear these horror stories.
Oh, I know. Trust me, it's going through my mind on a constant basis right now.
Well, thank you for getting to the bottom of the crab rangoon situation.
That's the most important thing that happened.
Yeah, shout out to Delaney who answered her phone, but that we couldn't get the audio to work. Shout out to John Jay who answered his phone, and same thing. Let's see, anything else we need to say? January 4th, the John Jay and Rich Show returns.
I may or may not be there.
Yes, Joey may or may not be there. Joey Bradfisch also has a podcast called The People of the Pandemic, which is now, I would think thered be a pretty compelling update coming out soon.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do one on my experience. Might as well. I'm talking to all these other people.
Yeah, I mean, because then it's like straight from the horse's mouth,
Yeah.
I wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
And yeah, man, follow Joey Bradfisch at Joey Bradfisch. Follow me at Pomo and Kitsch, wherever you do your social media-ing. And if you want to text a comment about this podcast, 910-557-2871 is the telephone number. Joey Bradfisch, do you have any last remarks you'd like to make?
No, man. I just can't wait for this to be over. That's it.
Well, you're our little champion, and you'll be in our hearts and minds until we see you again, Joey Bradfisch. All right.
Thank you.